Room for One More by Kevin Crossley Holland. How difficult it was to sleep in that strange bed. She wrestled with the duvet and thumped the pillow. She turned her back on the flimsy curtains. She wished she had never come up to London. At midnight she heard the grandfather clock whir and strike, and then she heard the gravel in the driveway crunch. At once she jumped out of bed and crossed the room and just peeped between the curtains. What she could see was a gleaming black hearse, but there was no coffin in it, and no flowers. No, the hearse was packed out with living people, a crush of talking, laughing, living people. Then the driver of the hearse looked straight up at her as she peeped between the curtains. "There's room for one more." That's what he said. She could hear his voice quite clearly. Then she tugged the curtains so they crossed over, and ran back across the room, and jumped into bed and pulled the duvet up over her head. And when she woke up next morning, she really wasn't sure whether it was all a dream or not. That day she went shopping. In the big store she did Levi's jeanswear on the 5th floor. She did Adidas sportswear, and that was on the 6th floor. And then she did cosmetics, and that was on the 7th floor. Carrying 2 bags in each hand, she walked over to the lift. But when the bell pinged and the doors opened, she saw the lift was already jammed full with people. The lift attendant looked straight at her, and as she stood there with her bags, "There's room for one more," he said. And his face was the face of the driver of the hearse. "No," she said quickly. "No, I'll walk down." Then the lift door closed with a clang. At once there was a kind of grating screech, and a terrible rattling, then a huge double thud. The lift in the big store dropped from top to bottom of the shaft, and every single person in it was killed.